And if you are somebody who is in the market for a computer, I am telling you, this is going to be the hour for you to be able to tune in, pay attention, and see why the Apple difference really is something that's going to be significant in your life. If you have an older Apple MacBook, then maybe you want to consider upgrading. If maybe you have a PC, you may want to be making the switch. But either way, I don't want you to go anywhere because we've got a lot that we're going to dive into with this fantastic offer that, by the way, is actually $10 less than when this computer was at today's special value. I'm just saying. Right over here are your color options in your Apple MacBook. Are you going to be bringing this home in the space gray, in the gold, or would you like it in that silver? Now, this is the Apple M1. There is an M3 chip. This is the one that revolutionized the market. We're gonna dive into why this one, because this truly is a powerhouse computer, and because it is not the most recent version, what that means is you've got some money savings here. The fact that we have an Apple computer on an easy pay of $176 is completely mind-blowing to me. The fact that this is $10 less than when it was at today's special value is also mind-blowing to me, and wait until you see what it does. But option one, what color in the computer are you going to pick up? And then, which color in the case would you like to go along with it? Do you want it in that blue? Over here up front, we are seeing it in the green. This is your clear over here, and then we also have it in the purple. Now, we didn't stop there because not only are you going to get the MacBook, like you're the first owner, it's a brand new M1 MacBook that you're getting, but you're also going to be getting this voucher as well. And this voucher has a whole bunch of goodies inside of it, including the Mac University. And the Mac University is your video tutorial lesson. You're getting 3 years to the Mac U. That means 3 years of lessons on how to use this computer. When the latest operating system comes out, there's going to be a lesson on that new operating system that doesn't even exist yet. That's all included in this. Plus, A&E Crime Central, you're also going to be bringing home Video Maker Plus, Hello Hello, which is a language learning service, cookbooks so you can do cooking classes on your laptop, A&E Crime Central, we're giving you a virtual private network, or a VPN, as it's commonly known, all in this bundle. Now, how much does this bundle cost? Well, normally $1,029. However, today we have it on a sale price, and we're taking $149 off of the price and sending it to you on an easy pay of just simply $176 on any major credit card. Your item number is E327966. If you are somebody who has an Apple MacBook, maybe you've purchased it here on QVC, we would love to hear from you. Our testimonial lines are open, 1-800-600-1556. I would love to talk to you about your Apple experience. If you have any questions whatsoever, we're going to be monitoring my Facebook page, Justin Sachoka QVC. So go ahead on over there to that. Ask your questions in our live page, or QVC Live. You can ask there, and we'll make sure we bring them up, and I'll relay them to Sarah Cottalesi, who's here with us in studio. Happy Mother's Day to you, Sarah.
Thank you so much. I had a great day today.
Did you? Well, I'm glad that we're getting to spend it together.
I know. So good.
I know that you are a big fan of Apple because I used to present Apple before I became a host.
Yes.
And when you were coming into the mix to do it, I remember distinctly you were like, I've used Apple forever. Like, this would be, I know it inside and out. Let's talk about why have you used Apple forever, and let's talk about the brand.
Yeah, so it started as a family computer, the big desktop computer that had to sit in the family room, you know, when all my kids were littles along the way, and it was just, truth be told, it was just easy. It was just a really easy program to switch over to. So again, being, you know, someone that was in the PC world to come over to Apple, it was effortless. Of course, we had our Apple phones, and then much later we had the iPads, and then everything else that kind of goes in between. But the thing is, you learn it once and you continue to grow with it. It's just a really intuitive way. It's easy, and again, what I love about this one is that this M1, I kind of call it like a workhorse or a powerhouse of a computer. If you've been looking, I love that you said it, to upgrade, or this is maybe the switch over. You've been waiting for that perfect moment to switch over to Apple. this is the time to do it.
This most certainly is the time, because what we're bringing you here today is the M1 chip. Let's differentiate for a second. When it comes to Apple, prior to 2020, there was always an Intel Core chip that you would use.
Right.
Now, Intel's a great company,
Right.
but Apple in 2020 announced that they were going to make their own chip, and that was the M1. That's the computer that we have here for you today. In full transparency, there is an M2, there is an M3.
Right.
I will tell you that if you were to go for that M2 or M3, you're going to see a higher price tag on that. You can check out QVC.com and take a look. It's newer technology that's more expensive technology, but the M1 really still gives you amazing features.
Oh, it really does. And again, if you're someone that has to turn on their computer, go start their coffee, and then come back and you're still waiting for it to boot up, this has that beautiful wake-up mode. It's really, really fast. You're getting that awesome high-definition camera, 720p, which we love. Perfect for work, perfect for FaceTime. You're getting that Wi-Fi 6, which is that fast pass to your router, so you're not going to end up with any buffering as well. That M1 chip, again, I love everything about this, from the speed to the performance to even the battery life. This is upwards of 18 hours, so you can kind of not have to worry about charging it every single day.
Which is
You're going to get multiple days on that single charge. Tons of built-in apps. Again, it might be on your phone, it might be on your iPad, it might be on your desktop. They're all the same. They're all the same apps, which we love. Built-in external speakers, so it makes it really an immersive experience for you. Backlit keyboard, which we love. 2 USB-C ports, which is awesome because it's a faster data transfer, and it's also a faster charge for you as well. 8 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigs of solid state drive memory.
Super important.
Super important. Again, another thing that's with this M1 chip is, if you think about it, solid state drive means your memory, right? There's no moving parts.
Nope.
No moving parts means that there's nothing to heat up, which means, Justin, I think we can see it on yours. I didn't put that on the back of yours.
Yep.
There is no fan on the back.
Nothing.
So it is super quiet. But another thing, what Justin is doing, he's like moving this all around. He's tucking, you tuck it under your arm. This is the beauty of that solid state drive, because again, wake up mode, there you go. You can literally close it, close at the end of class, close it at the end of your workday, tuck it in your arm, and you don't have to worry about anything happening to the inside.
Right.
Moving parts, if you have a hard drive that is moving, you can't do that. It's going to damage the inside of it.
Well, the thing is, you shouldn't do it. A lot of people will do it. I mean, I can't believe how many people, I remember, and granted, this is a long time ago being in college, but like, I remember people at school that would, class is over and out the door, and it was like, hold on a second, your computer didn't shut down. You're still, it's like getting out of your car when the vehicle is still moving. Like, you're not gonna do that. You shouldn't do that. But do you notice the speed here with this? The speed in this computer, where you're going to be able to open things up. You can move around using that trackpad. You can scroll through the internet and no problem whatsoever. That speed is maybe something that you're not used to, but for $176 on an easy payment, you can bring that at home. And I want to show everybody the different options that we have here for you, because your decision that you need to make is, what color in the computer do you want to have? Would you like the space gray? That's the one that I went with when I picked up my Apple MacBook. Would you want it in the gold, which I will let you know is a color that you don't see in the later versions? So that, if you like the gold, this is the only chance for you to be able to get it, is in the M1, and it is the most limited option as well. Then down here we have the silver. Now the silver is the classic. That's where it all started with the MacBook Air. I literally remember the first commercial for MacBook Air, and I'm talking about the OG in like 2014 when it was first released. It would fit in a little manila envelope. Like, that's how thin it is. It's gotten thinner, lighter, and more powerful. And this is the one that has the M1 chip, which is the chip that literally completely revolutionized the market. Your other choices that you have to make are, how do you want to protect this? Do you want to protect it in the blue case, the green frosted, the clear, or the purple? If you want that purple, this is the most limited in all the colors. So if you want the purple with the gold computer, there's 20 that remain there, and that is it. So I would not wait too long on which one you want, because when you hear those numbers, like 20 computers can be gone like that here at QVC. We are across the country in millions of homes. And so when you hear an update like that, It's one of those ones where, well, $176 on an easy payment. We're giving you the case. We're giving you literally 3 years of lessons on how to use this and the computer itself. And by the way, this isn't refurbished. We get that a lot. People think like, okay, well, if it's on QVC, does that mean it's a refurbished computer? No. In fact, we give you these exclusive bundles. Right. You're the very first person to have it. But let's talk about why. Why the MacBook Air specifically? Because there is a Pro version, and I'll never forget the day Rachel Bozen came and saw me, and she was like, you know, Justin, I have a Pro, and I feel like I'm using 3% of the brain.
Right.
And I unfortunately had to be like, you probably are.
Oh, for sure. So you have to think about that. The MacBook Pro, if you are somebody that's really in a career or in a job that's really graphic intensive, like photo editing, video editing, graphics, you name it, definitely go for the Pro. You're going to look for it. You're going to want that speed to be able to get through all of those programs, because the programs that you're using are really, really big and powerful. If you're not one of those three categories, the MacBook Air is perfect for everybody else. And again, the M1, I still kind of favor this one as well, simply because, one, I love the fact that you are able to, if you've been wondering, how do I get into the world of the MacBook Air, this is it right here. So being able to kind of jump over, but again, ease of use, right? That's what we're looking for. So I want to kind of show you this bottom right here. This is, this is just our dock. So as we go through, of course, you'll have your Finder, you'll have your Launchpad. So your Launchpad comes, every one of these programs right here is downloaded on your MacBook Air when you get it home. And every single thing.
Like, let's pause for a second, because anybody that has an iPhone right now is going to be looking at this and saying, wait a second,
it looks the same.
Those look like the same icons that are on my iPhone.
Yeah.
They are.
Right.
In fact, if you're an iPhone user, you already know how to use this computer, and you might not have even realized that, because the messages button that you see right there is the same as the messages on your phone. It's in sync with it. The maps, well, it's the same on your iPhone. Your calendar, that's in sync with your iPhone. The photos, you name it. This is kind of like an extension of your iPhone.
Yep.
And what I find is, do you ever have those people in your life where they send you a text message and it's a book? Like, it's literally like paragraphs long, and then I've got to respond to the 15 questions that are in there. Well, I don't do that on my phone typing like this. Those specific people, I wait until I get to my computer, because I can type a lot easier and answer messages. But for so many people, if you get frustrated, or maybe you're just like talking to text all the time, you can type out your text messages using iMessage right here on your laptop.
Yeah, so again, that's what we love too, is that everything looks familiar. So you're right. If you already have that iPhone, it's that same Apple ID that you're looking for.
Exactly.
So you can set this up. So when you're working at home, you can go ahead and have all your texts come through. Your emails are perfect. You answer it on your computer. It's going to be, read and answered on your phone. So we love that. Coming through here as well, everything that you see, I love the idea here. Keynote, numbers, and pages as well. So, talk about connectivity. That's your email and your texting. And then you start talking about productivity. How can I use this? How can my student use this? Can I create budgets? Can I create spreadsheets? Can I create presentations? And the answer is yes. Keynote, numbers, and pages are Apple's answer to Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. So I love having that all right there.
How much does it cost to use Pages, Keynote, or Numbers?
Zero.
It all comes included.
It is included.
Here's the one thing that I want you to think about as you're looking at this, because since my time as a host, and I'll be very honest and transparent with you, I have always used an Apple computer since I started college. So we're going back to 2010 was my first experience with an Apple computer. 15 years now, which is mind-blowing to think. I've had 2 computers in those 15 years. The first one I had was an Apple MacBook Pro that lasted from 2010 to 2019, and then I had a MacBook Pro that I still have currently from 2019 to now. It's 6 years old. I still use it to this day. In that 15-year time span, I have spent $0 at all on any antivirus, because Apple is just made differently, and we'll dive into that separately. I've spent $0 when it comes to any of like the Microsoft 365 Word or anything. And and let's just make a number up. Let's say it's $50 and that's it. Well, which It isn't. Like, I know from presenting it, it's more, but let's do easy math here.
Right.
$50 times 15 years is $750 that I didn't spend, and yet I was still able to type out documents and do numbers, presentations, and you name it.
Right, and that's what's great is, again, it's that ease of use. So it's something, and I know you would say the same thing, Justin, like the way you became so proficient in Apple was simply using it.
Just using it.
We did not go to Apple University, right?
No.
We did not sit in a class. We are not certified in Apple. What we are users that have become really, really proficient. And the same thing can happen with you. So I just kind of want to show you this too. I made a quick PowerPoint or a quick keynote presentation for you. And really, when you think about why the MacBook Air, it is light. It weighs 2.8 pounds. It's extremely fast, and it's easy to use. Again, great for emails, photos, and streaming. So we love that. The M1 chip, this is the first chip made just for Mac. So truly